It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. I'm torn between two things to talk about, and they just both popped up.
I'm sorry. I assumed you were going to talk about your fancy new Triumph shirt.
Well, it's not new. I've had that for a while.
Oh, really? I don't think I've never seen you or never noticed you wearing it on the podcast. So it's new to me.
Okay, this isn't a podcast. This is a broadcast. All right.
It's a
You
okay.
call it whatever you want. I don't care. But when you're on the show, call it a broadcast because we're broadcasters. Okay. The riffraff is the podcasters. Those are the unpolished professionals. We are broadcasters.
No. I disagree. I have more respect for podcasts than broadcasts, so I'm going to go with podcast.
Whatever. We're broadcasters. We are micromedia.
We were broadcasters. We were broadcasters.
I see it as broadcast. I don't care. You know what? I don't care the delivery method. We're broadcasters. So there. I'm torn between two subjects.
Go ahead.
Do we talk about movies? Do we talk about hoops to jump through?
Oh God. You pick. I don't, I'm good with either.
I was all fired up after your Revenge of the Nerds comment to talk about movies.
Okay.
And then starting to record on our recording program here got me thinking about hoops that we have to jump through and what pains in the ass those can be.
Look at what hoops. Here's the thing is.
All right, so we're going to talk about hoops. All right.
Things have gotten progressively easier.
Yes, they have.
In every walk of life.
Yep. But with those eases that have come along, we've also found new annoyances of things that are just past what we should have to accept as an inconvenience. Like, so today, I go to hit the record button, and it says, "Are you sure you want to record?" Yes, I'm sure I want to record. I just hit the record button. Why do I need an extra step on top of the record that I just hit? Right? I don't.
Mm-hmm. It's a fail-safe.
I don't want that.
Just want to double check.
Okay.
It's because they're treating this like these are the nuclear codes. Are you sure you want to launch?
Yeah. How about on, like, say, Amazon Prime, if I buy a movie, if I want to watch a documentary? All right, $4.99. All right, $4.99. Click. Your purchase was successful. Okay, great.
Oh, because they want your money right now.
Oh, I get that. And it's tied to your card. And if you buy the movie, you buy the movie.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so your purchase has been successful. Okay.
Yes.
So you're sitting there staring at your TV, and then the next thing pops up. Did you want to watch this now? No, I want to watch it next Tuesday, you jackass. Of course I want to watch it now. You just got $4.99 out of me. Why do I have to sit around here and verify that I'd like to watch this film now? What purpose does that serve? You're giving me on-demand programming, and then you're making me double check to see if I want to watch Aliens in the Cornfields 52. I don't know. I don't need that. I really
wish we would have decided to just talk movies.
Look at this. Look at this. Here's a modern convenience. On my garage door opener, I can do it on my phone, right? I can open the garage from anywhere in the planet.
Are you sure you want to open it now?
That's the thing. So right now it's closed, and if I switch it, it'll say, instead of just touching the button to open it, it gives me the option to touch it again and open it.
So what you want is fewer options.
What? Dude, that's not what I want.
In this vastly, increasingly convenient society that we live in,
if I push the button on the garage door opener, I'd like the garage door to open. I don't need to be questioned about my intent to open the garage door.
Okay. All right. This seems like a manufactured bitch fest here.
It's not.
I'm just throwing I know that this is one of those things that annoys you. Like you have these little things really get to you. Big things you remind me of my mom. My mom can handle really big, difficult issues or circumstances that crop up in life very, very well.
Yeah.
The little things piss her off to no end.
Oh.
and you are similar. It's like, yeah, Mayo Clinic, no big deal. This, getting, gallbladder attack, no big deal. I take care of it. Boom, bang, get out. Oh man, I gotta hit this button twice so it lets me open the garage door or to watch this documentary. I mean, it's just,
how about this
it's
one?
odd to me.
How about this one? You're sitting there watching the Andy Griffith Show or whatever, and then 5 episodes in, are you still watching?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That happened to me with Benson on
are you still watching
on Amazon Prime? Yeah.
What do you give a shit if I'm still watching?
Yes, I was
just
still,
keep playing. Just keep the TV playing.
Let it roll. Let it roll.
Ugh. People.
I would agree.
Thank you. But all I needed was a little affirmation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Is that too much to ask? I didn't think so. It's like having a friend. Now I gotta dig affirmation out of you too. That's all I needed. Thanks, man.
Just for that, I'm gonna loosen up the shirt. I'm gonna go one more button. I went one more button down. There you go. Can't do that on the TV. That's a little too much skin.
How is that a bonus for me?
I don't know.
What are you serving me with? More chest?
I wasn't. It was just I don't know.
Yeah, great.
Look at that. So I just want to see I'm tanning very well.
Oh, you are.
I have not burned. I burned earlier this year when I was mulching just before Mother's Day for my mom and was out in the sun for a few hours. But since then, I managed to go, an hour out in the sun every day that the sun's out, and then get back inside and enjoy air conditioned or inside comforts.
Okay.
Where there are no bugs. But I get just enough of that vitamin D, just enough of that healthy glow. Feeling good about myself.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
All the way down there.
Wow. Look at you. Amazing.
Look at me.
Right.
Feeling good.
Well,
all right.
How about we inform these nice people with some of the headlines of the day, and I will enjoy my Triumph shirt.
All right. Sounds good. The Dow Jones took a bit of a dump on Tuesday. Stocks fell over 230 points to close just over 33,000. Uncertainty over the debt ceiling and the potential for default appear to be the driving force. So futures for this morning are slightly down as well. Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty. That's a bottom line. But hey, I got a positive note financially. Okay. I took some coins back to a little Coinstar at the local B&W.
Yeah.
$27 worth of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Look at me. I've got $435.41 in my savings account. So,
oh my God,
any of this up and down crap with Wall Street, sucker's going to be suckers.
How much did you say you had? How much?
$435.
You're only $425 further along than I am.
See?
Good for you.
That's right.
What else is going on? Hey, trust in the national media continues to decline. According to a Gallup poll, over half of Americans believe news organizations mislead or misinform the public. Just 23% believe journalists act in the public's best interest. At the national level, they don't. I think at the local level, news organizations, by and large, do a decent or okay job. The further up you go, the less trustworthy it's going to become. That's just where we are. That's just where it is.
I'm going to put an asterisk on that. I think if you're watching the nightly news or, any of that stuff, I think you're okay. I think you're getting the headlines. You may
nationally,
dude. I mean, let's be honest. That hasn't changed much since we were kids, other than the fact John Chancellor's not there anymore. There's a twist, there's a spin, there's a brand. They've all got their pace and their way of presenting and things like that. To me, if I look at this thing and I think of it as I'm doing a poll, I think there's so much mud in the waters over what's national media, what's horse shit from the internet, what's fringe, what's ultra fringe on either side. I think the waters are so muddy with what's relevant news that's where the distrust is coming from. If we were to go back to the days where Walter Cronkite came on and told us the news, and we had, even if it was skewed, It's not right.
And it was slightly. Yeah, it was but not to the extent it is
You know
now.
what?
Yeah.
It was skewed to the point where we still felt pride in who we are and what we were as a country.
Yes.
There was a lean toward that, saying, hey, you know what? Even though things aren't perfect, we still are going to come together in the end, and we'll get through this. Now, so much of that has been taken away by the ultra fringe, the ultra, and this is either side, outside opinions who are directed at driving us apart. There's just so much out there. I think that's where the distrust is coming from. People don't know how to discern what is relevant news that they can use and somewhat trust, and they don't know what's just been put out there to muddy the waters. And I think that's a marking point in history that we need to observe and think about for a long time, because we're never going to get it back. Never.
Oh no,
never.
You're, and I think, and I don't know that we necessarily need to get it back. I think you've got a lot of options now when it comes to news. You've got a lot of again, I think you probably, I agree with almost everything you said there. I think you probably put a little too much faith in your national news broadcasts, which you probably shouldn't have now, like you could back in the Cronkite era. The thing was, back then, things were really, really vetted, and people had their personal biases, but they were kept in check. They were, for the most part, whether you were talking ABC, NBC, CBS, which were the only three, they were kept in check. Now they're not. Now they're pretty much transparent about, because you're pushing a narrative to your specific audience, whether you're talking CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Washington Post,
These are all cable channels. New York
Post. No, ABC, NBC, CBS aren't. They're doing the same thing.
No, but what I'm saying is
nationally.
Oh, come on now. Who's the?
Oh yeah.
Well, who's the girl on CBS? I've never heard her push an agenda.
I'm not. Look. It's not. Look. It's the way things are covered. It's the tone of the stories.
I get that.
Okay. So yes, they all do it. They all do it. Now it's more pronounced. It's a little more pronounced on your cable networks because they're 24-hour news.
Yeah.
It's less so. I would say, yeah, you're probably, it's a little less so with your traditional broadcast networks, but it's still there, especially if you are like me and you're on these websites every single day. And I'm on these websites because this is how I get my news information. I multi-source everything out, and I go, okay, I'm going Fox News here, I'm going CNN here, I'm going ABC News, I'm going NBC News for national stories at CBS. So I see what is in the headlines, and I see how things are skewed, and I know, okay, I know who your target audience is. Yeah. It's not necessarily, hey, we're giving you this because this is the unvarnished 100% God's honest truth. Now, I'll be transparent here. I will occasionally get things wrong, but I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the difference. I think, and I do believe that willfully omitting information and not providing context is lying. So I may get something wrong. I may have a viewpoint that may be incorrect, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say this is, this isn't how I feel about it. Now, again, like we go back to the COVID situation way back when, I was wrong on that. I didn't think it would become what it became. But again, I didn't lie about the way I felt about it and where I thought things were ultimately going to go. But I think now it's almost, it's getting ridiculous with some of the stories. We don't have time to get into the minutia of what's been proven omitted over the past couple of years and what hasn't been.
Right.
And that's why people are, this is why this trust issue is, because once you, and this is something I talk to Max about when it comes to being honest. It's more important to be honest than, I want him to be kind and be nice, but I said it's more important to be honest than it is anything else, because your word, when you lose trust in a person or a company or whatever, it's really, really, really hard and sometimes impossible to get that back. So
there you have it.
we'll see what transpires down the road, and if those institutions self-correct. I'm not holding my breath, though. State of Michigan is looking to pre-register teens as young as 16 to vote. You can pre-register at 17 in many states. Now, Democratic lawmakers and clerks in the state want to lower that age to 16. 18, of course, the legal voting age. I would say, I've said this before, I would make it 25 because your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. But I get what they're doing. It makes sense. It's a politically smart move because most young people are going to vote Democrat. I mean, they'd probably want to pre-register 6-year-olds if they could, and Republicans would want to, pre-register fetuses. But this is just where we are, and it's all politics. It's all BS, and but again, it's politically absolutely a smart move.
Okay,
try to get them while they're young, and boom.
I didn't pay attention to that.
See what happens.
So whatever.
Of course. Sports. Cubs win. They beat the Mets 7-3. Tigers fall to KC 4-1. Carolina, Florida, NHL Conference Finals. Florida leads that series 3-0. That game 4 scheduled for tonight. Vegas up 3-0 on Dallas. They blanked the Stars 4-0. And Boston holds off elimination against Miami. They hammer the Heat 116-99. That series 3-1. The winner of that goes on to face the Nuggets in the NBA Finals. That's sports.
All right, it is tons galore today for our Jeopardy category. This is $1,000 question. Pay attention because we're talking about tonnage here. 3,500 years old and weighing 220 tons, one of New York City's oldest artifacts is the Central Park obelisk, known as her needle.
Obelisk?
Obelisk.
Are you sure you pronounce it? Word. Maybe it is a big word, and it's a word I've never heard, and it sounds made up.
You've never heard a word obelisk.
I know this is going to annoy you. Please repeat that, because no. I got stuck on the word that I didn't. I'm like, what the hell is that word? And then it was hard to.
Let me explain Jeopardy to you. This is where the rubber hits the road. This is where the idiots are found out. Okay. If you don't know what an obelisk is.
What is an obelisk?
I'm not going to tell you.
Define it.
I can't.
That'll give the clue away. You don't know the meaning of the word.
Well, I'm sorry. You don't know the meaning of the word. It would be. Oh, look at that. I hit the mic. Oh, that was terrible. Okay. Let me tell you something, son, about obelisk. It's a big word.
As you look it up on your phone now.
No, I'm not. All I'm going to do.
I'm not.
Nope. All I'm going to do.
Search obelisk.
I'm just going to.
Oh, there you go.
Had you been to a school where they teach you things, you would know what an obelisk is. That's not even the one I want.
Schmancy Sparta High.
What's an obelisk? I don't know what that is. Are you giving me the finger?
No, I'm doing.
So you have no answer because you don't know what an obelisk is.
I don't know what an obelisk is, so I don't know what
Are you saying uncle?
I'm saying uncle. Yeah, fine.
Uncle.
I don't know.
An obelisk is a long spire tower.
Okay. Why
it's like the Washington Monument. That's an obelisk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Big words.
I never heard the term obelisk in my life. And look, I'll throw out the 50, 75-cent word on occasion.
Let me tell you something. You can only get through life looking good for so long. Your days are coming.
That ship has sailed.
It's Cleopatra's needle.
For my age. Oh, Cleopatra. See, I never would have gotten that anyway.
Yeah, I know. Right. So, obelisk. Obelisk. Say that with me. Watch.
Obelisk.
Watch Ancient Aliens more often. You'll be better off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
10-4. See you tomorrow.
See ya!
Happy Wednesday, Muskegon. A cold front will move through the area today, which will cool us down, so let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your Wednesday weather headlines show the cold front will move through early in the morning today, which, like I said, will cool us down into the lower 70s instead of the lower 80s like we saw on Tuesday. However, we do have a warming trend going into the holiday weekend, which will coincide with no rain in sight over the next several days. So you can see the future radar. Around 8 a.m., that's when the cold front will be passing through Muskegon County. And like I said, we're not expecting any rain over the next several days. There's about a 20% chance of rain though, but it looks like most of that will stay to the north of us, especially north of Mount Pleasant. And because of that cold front moving through during the morning hours, our afternoon high temperatures will be cooler than they were on Tuesday, which means highs will be stuck in the lower 70s rather than the lower 80s like they were on Tuesday. So for your Wednesday, expect a high of 73 with partly cloudy skies. That cold front will bring in more cloud cover than we've been seeing lately, and also breezy conditions, gusting up to 30 miles per hour in the afternoon. Overnight will cool down to 44 as that cool and dry air spills into West Michigan, with mostly clear skies developing as well. And mostly sunny weather will stick around right through the holiday weekend. We'll get a little bit more cloud cover by the time Memorial Day arrives. However, temperatures will also begin to warm up from the upper 60s on Thursday all the way to the mid 80s by next Tuesday. So a beautiful stretch of weather is expected to finish off the month of May. And that's your Wednesday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. I'm Coolwoods Weather, and have a great day today.